Hi everyone, my name is Ann Jahns and I'm the Gift Planning Officer here at KML. So welcome to this month's edition of the KML Legacy Foundation vlog. Today we're joined by Dave Murphy, who serves as KML's Director of Operations and also as the Treasurer of the KML Legacy Foundation Board. Because of the two hats he wears, we think he's the perfect person to give us an update on the exciting things happening through the KML Legacy Foundation.
Well, Dave, thanks so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. It's a privilege to talk about this great cause.
Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, so Dave, for those of us who may not know you yet, introduce yourself to us. Talk a little bit about what the work you do here at KML is like, and also your role on the KML Legacy Foundation Board.
Sure. So I'm the Director of Operations here at KML. So I manage departments like maintenance, food service, finance, payroll, HR, things like that, keeping things going around here.
Yeah, a lot of hats, right?
A little bit.
A lot of hats, that's right. Okay.
So on the KML Foundation Board, I am the acting treasurer for the board, so managing some of the deposits and the disbursements of the funds.
Okay, and we'll talk about those disbursements later, and that'll be fun to talk about. So for someone hearing about the Legacy Foundation for the first time, can you walk us through what it is and how it supports the ministry of KML and our students?
Sure. So the KML Legacy Foundation manages funds that provide tuition assistance for families who are sometimes challenged to pay the full tuition to send their children here. Uses the earnings of those funds as we deposit them into investment accounts, as well as donor funds to help with tuition assistance to support the families. The foundation demonstrates long-term commitment to Christian education for generations to come.
Yeah, right, and that's just a lasting legacy. So what a tremendous blessing for KML and our families, right?
Yes.
So Dave, through God's blessing, we want to talk about a significant financial milestone that the Legacy Foundation reached this year. Can you share that exciting milestone with us?
Sure. So the KML Legacy Foundation has exceeded $4 million in assets under management. It's a tremendous blessing from God, but also a tremendous blessing from all of our supporters out there who continue to donate and support this great cause for Christ-centered Christian education.
Wow, that's a huge milestone. And so when you think back to where the Legacy Foundation started, what does that reaching this milestone say about God's blessings and also the generosity of our KML family?
So first of all, I haven't been here since the inception of the foundation, so I've got limited knowledge of where it started. I know it started at zero at some point, but the milestone is so great, and again, it just shows the blessing and the support of all the KML Foundation supporters. Right,
and they're so numerous, and we thank God for them. So the Legacy Foundation manages more than 20 endowment funds, right, Dave?
Yes.
So walk us through how those funds work and the different ways that they support scholarships and student assistance at KML.
Sure. So first of all, anybody out there who wants to start an endowment fund can. If you want it to be in memory of someone who is passed or a legacy of a family. So how these endowment funds work is the originator can set up guidelines or rules on how it's dispersed. It can be either for college tuition assistance, it can be tech schools, MLC, WLC, any other state school, anything technology related, anything like that. Also, it could be for student assistance here at KML.
Right, so it's really donor directed, right?
Correct.
And that would benefit so many people.
Yes.
Okay, so if anyone is interested in establishing an endowment fund, just reach out to me. I can help walk you right through the process, and Dave would help with that as well, right, Dave?
For sure.
Okay. So how much did the Legacy Foundation approve for distribution from those endowments this year? And what does that mean for families and students who otherwise might not be able to afford a KML education?
Sure. So the foundation distributed $184,500 this year. Tremendous amount, more than any other year. What that does is it divides that among the families that are in need through the fax process, the application process.
Okay, I mean, that's a huge investment in our KML students, right?
You bet, correct.
And so you talked about the families. So how many KML families will be blessed through student assistance here at KML this year?
Sure, so as it stands, 41 families and 48 students have received tuition assistance for this upcoming year.
Wow, that is a significant amount of our student body too,
Yes.
right? That's fantastic. So Dave, one of the parts of your job, and I'm guessing it's one of the most rewarding and meaningful, is you get to reach out to these families to let them know that they are receiving this assistance. So what's it like to be able to reach out to them with that news?
Oh, it's absolutely great. It's one of the best days of the whole year when you actually put stuff into an email and reach out to these families and tell them that they've received this tremendous gift from the foundation.
Oh, that must be very, very meaningful for you. So, and I think when you reach out with this news, so many of these families respond with their thanks, and that must be very rewarding. So I have just a few of those thank you messages here. Dave, would you mind just reading a couple of those? I think
Sure.
I would love to just share some of those heartfelt thank yous with everyone watching.
Yeah, you bet. So the first one, this assistance allows us to figure out a way to provide our daughter with the opportunity to continue her education through KML, which is where we know she belongs and where we want her to be. Another one, our family would like to sincerely thank you for the tuition assistance. Your generosity and support have made a meaningful difference for our family and has helped make it possible for our son to continue his journey at KML. Now, one thing I want to dispel, this is not me doing this. So I get a lot of these, thank you, you have done so much, that kind of thing. It's not me, it's more the foundation and the finance committee that put this together after the fax application is processed and a score is distributed to us to then generate who gets what and how much. So it's not me, but it's great to see all these thank yous. Another one is, we are deeply grateful for the Christ-centered education and supportive community KML provides.
Okay, so you are just the happy messenger of this
I'm the
good
messenger,
news, right?
that's right, that's it.
Okay, well, good for you. Thank you for doing that. And, you know, these are just great reminders that the impact of student assistance reaches far beyond academics. It really has eternal impact, right?
For sure, yep.
Yeah. Okay, so Dave, let's switch a little bit to the KML Legacy Foundation events that we hold every year. So one of the signature events of the Legacy Foundation is our annual charity golf outing. So we held it this year on June 15th at West Bend Country Club, and God really blessed us with a beautiful day, beautiful weather for a great day on the course. But, you know, this event is about so much more than golf. So can you kind of tell us about this year's outing and how it benefits the KML Fairway Fund and what that is?
Yeah, so years ago, this Fairway Fund was started with my predecessor through these golf outings, which directly still supports student assistance as an endowment fund of the foundation. It would not be possible without the tremendous generosity of sponsors and the golfers. This year, it raised more than $65,000 that goes towards the Fairway Fund. In just 6 years, the Fairway Fund balance is over $400,000, and that's before we deposit the $65,000.
Okay, huge impact.
Great impact. And this year, it actually distributed $11,000 to those student assistants and families that qualify for the fund.
Okay, wow, and that's just another blessing from God. So I want to just thank everyone who golfed, sponsored, volunteered, donated. You know, without all of you, this event would not be possible, right, Dave? So, and if you ever interested in sponsorships, we're always looking for partners. So just reach out to me about that too. And we also want to invite you to save the date for next year's outing, which will be on June 14th, 2027, back at West Bend Country Club. It's a wonderful place to hold this event. So put that on your calendar.
You got it. Mm-hmm.
All right. So now let's talk about another fun Legacy Foundation event that's coming up. It's the Clay Shoot at Mayville Gun Club on Saturday, September 12th. So Dave, I know that you have been at the Clay Shoot and participated. So can you talk a little bit about it and who would enjoy participating in this fun event?
Yeah, you bet. So the Clay Shoot is a great event, very relaxed. What better of a time than to go shoot shotguns at clay targets with good fellow KML supporters and support a great cause.
Right, and so that cause, I think the proceeds from this event go into the KML Sportsman Fund, right?
Correct.
So can you talk a little bit about that for people who might not be familiar, and how does that support KML families as well?
Sure. So it's very similar to the Fairway Fund. It goes to its own endowment with funds raised at the event, and still spins off tuition assistance proceeds every year for tuition assistance and families that benefit from it.
Okay, great. Another great way to support KML families. So join us on September 12th. The shooters of all experience levels are welcome, right, Dave? You don't have to be experienced to enjoy this.
No, it's a great time.
Good. So we'll include a registration link in the description below. Well, Dave, as you look at everything that God is doing through the KML Legacy Foundation, what message would you like to leave with our donors, our KML supporters, and our friends of KML that make the Legacy Foundation ministry possible?
Yeah, so first and foremost, I thank God for all that He has given the KML family and the foundation, Legacy Foundation. I'd like to thank all the supporters, all the donors, all the endowment originators, and those that support it. Without that, hundreds of students probably wouldn't come through these doors. So a truly heartfelt thanks. It's truly an honor to see checks come in, deposit checks. I mean, it's really humbling to see what support comes through, and it's just a true blessing from God.
Oh, thank you, Dave. And it really does, like we talked about before, have an eternal impact. Well, thanks so much, Dave. Thanks for being with us here today, and thanks for sharing all the blessings of the Legacy Foundation, and thank you for all you do here at KML. You are such a blessing to all of us as well. So thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
Thank you.
Well, thank you to everyone who supports this ministry. Whether you participate in one of our events, establish or contribute to an endowment fund, include KML in your estate plan, or faithfully keep KML and our students in your prayers, your partnership is making an eternal impact. If you'd like to learn more about setting up an estate plan, or if you'd like to explore ways to leave a legacy gift to KML, I'd love to visit with you. My contact information is in the description below. So thanks again for joining us. Remember, it's your legacy, their future. God bless you, and we'll see you again next month.